Yo, 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 yo. Good morning. Good morning. We back again for another Power Plays Palace, man. Report out, man. We about to see what happened with the chart yesterday. And I'm not going to prolong the process, I'm just going to get right down to it. Let's see what we have. So yesterday we had that previous day high of 769.50. Previous day low of 766.92. We had a pre-market high of 768.22 and a pre-market low of 767.05. And what we were trying to do is if we could break that pre-market high and hold, and we'll target that 769.50 first. And then if it breaks above that, we got 770, 772, 774, and 776. Now, if we push toward that pre-market high, we couldn't hold that. We was gonna look for a push down. The first spot on that would be 767.05, which would be that pre-market low. Now, once we get there, we'll be looking at 766.92, and that's because that's the previous day low. But you see how close that is in proximity, so it's right there with each other. But after that, we got 765, 763, 761, and 760. That was our targets for yesterday. So let's take a look at it and see what actually happened in the market. Alright. Now, yesterday, as I told you, was going to be some movement in the pre-market because of the fact that they starting to, do these options and things in the morning. And then, as you can see right here, after 6:15, 6:30, SPY broke above the previous day's numbers that start to push up. Now, right here about 8:30, SPY, this candle right here, opened at 767.79. It went all the way up to 770. So this is about a $3 candle. And that candle led to another little brief push up right here that got us all the way up to 772. But by the time the market opened at 9:30, SPY opened at 770.35. Now we had a little push down here to 768.10 before we got it opened back. It opened up higher than it ended, right here. And then it started to push up where it got to 772.47. It pulled back to 770. It retest 772, but it didn't get all the way up to that high today. And then for the rest of the day, it kind of tapered off until the market closed, in the regular market hour, 769.08. Then at the end of the day, with these last 15 minutes, what you see is that, it kind of consolidated. So we was okay right there. Now, the next thing we have is overnight. Now, in the overnight session, you see that it started to move. It got back up to around 770 before it stopped. And then what happens is, in the pre-market, it opened up right here at 770.10, which is the current high, pre-market high. Came down here to 767.72, established this low. It has been slow grinding its way back up. So I suspect we could retest some of these previous levels here before if we break into this gap, which it's not like a gap with the gap in action, but between these next set of levels that I have up, if it break there, it could be some happy flights, for some people who trying to get up out of there. That'll be a nice little $4 move. So that's what our chart looked like on the SPY from yesterday to now. And so, based on yesterday's numbers, SPY did push up to the 772 range. If you could have got in at any time around 7:15, 7:30, all the way up, you would have had a nice play. And then, depending on how you play, you could have had some pullback, some opportunities for some pullbacks based on what happened on the chart yesterday. So You know, depending on how you wanted to play it, man, you could have did very well on SPY yesterday on the chart, depending on when you got in. As you can see, the market officially opened, you know, at 769.05, but it came from down here 767. It went all the way down here to 767, and then it pushed all the way up to 772 in the pre-market. That's a $5 move, you know, so you could have had a push there, and then you could have rode the pullback back another almost $2, really. I mean $4 back to 771 to 768, and then you can run back up to 772. So you looking at a lot of different opportunities to get in, though, especially with the pre-market trading on options. You could do a little bit right there. So, and you know, if you're just regularly trading the stock, so yeah, you have some opportunity there. So, yep. Now let's look at the chart for today. All right. So for today, what we have is we have a previous day high of 772.47. The previous day low of 768.10. We have a pre-market high of 770.10 and a pre-market low of 767.72. And so now, if SPY was to go up, push up and reclaim, and then hold above the 768.10 and push back up, then our next target is going to be 770.10. If it breaks out of that, we got 772.47, which is the previous day high, and then from there we looking at 774, 776, 778, and 780, and then on the bearish side, if we get a push down, if we get a break and it goes up and tries to test that previous day low, bounces above the pre-market high, because we got this target the pre-market high first. So if it breaks above that and then it starts to move up, what we're going to do is we're going to look for a pushback to the 768.10 level, and from there we got 767.72 and then 766. After that we'll have 764, 762, and 760, and so those will be our targets going down if we get a good, you know, rejection off of the SPY or off of one of the earlier moves, because it can go up or down. I told you, in the pre-market can get very volatile. If some volume come in, it can get very volatile, and you can get a big, strong move, you know, 20, 30 minutes before the 9:30 bell, and then you got to deal with that. So we'll see how everything gonna go today. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was, you know, unsure about a trade, I would not get in it. I would take SPY very seriously. There's a lot of stuff going on around the markets right now. Some uncertainty with the bond market. So be very careful. Watch for quick spikes and pullbacks, because that could happen, you know. So be careful. Stay disciplined. And then set you some stop losses and try to be tight with them. I'm going to recommend that, even though this is not financial advice. These is my ideas, but I think that set you some tight stop losses and, you know, be mindful of them wild swings in the market, and then we'll see what happens from there. Now, if anything in this video helps you become a better trader, help you with your trading, like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. And then if you want to trade with us, come over to Power Plays, the Discord, and you can trade with us, man. In the meantime, y'all get ready for trading. I'll get ready for trading, and then I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. This your boy, man, Power Plays Palace, and we out of here.